Hey, what's going on, guys? Today I just wanted to walk you guys through this interior detail of this Subaru Outback. It's the vehicle that they take to the mountains and that they also take to the beach, so that you guys will see there's sand and dirt. It's not super dirty, it's just a standard level detail. However, I want to share with you guys the procedure so that you guys can see what it is that we do here at Champions Detailing to make your car look brand new. First things first, we take out the floor mats. We always start with the floor mats, so that's while we are detailing, the mats have time to dry. So we use our all-purpose cleaner or a degreaser. In this case, I'm using the all-purpose cleaner and my drill brush to basically spray it down with the chemical and hit it with the drill brush, and then I rinse it off. And I repeat if the process needs to be done again. As you see with this larger back mat, I have to split it into two sections. However, I make sure that I cover all the surface area on this mat to make sure it's really nice and clean before I move on. The next step in this detail is to vacuum. So I'm not going to bore you guys with this part. However, it's important to note that I do have my hairbrush and I'm using it to take out as much hair as I can on the seats and on the floor while I vacuum. And while I'm vacuuming, I am being careful with the tip of the vacuum. That's a very important part. The tip can actually scratch the plastics and these finer finishing pieces. So the whole time I'm having that in the back of my mind. So the goal with this vacuum is to have a bulk cleaning. I want to leave everything as clean as possible so that when I do go around to clean the other areas of the car, I won't have dirt and debris flying everywhere, getting in my way. So then I start cleaning the car. I work from top to bottom. Many times we forget to clean the headliner, but as you guys can see here, I'm using my fabric cleaner and my steam gun to clean the headliner. Here in the front, there was a couple areas that were wicking. In other words, where the stain starts to spread. So in those areas, I don't use much steam. I try to keep it as light as possible in order to not make it spread. However, if it's really bad, then I just put on my fabric cleaner and I let it sit and I'll wipe it off so that it does not spread any further, basically. So the next on the list are the seats. I spray on my fabric cleaner, and in the areas where there are staining, I spray on extra fabric cleaner. I let it rest for a couple seconds on there, and then I hit it with my steam gun to activate it even more. By heating up the chemicals, it works even faster. And lastly, I hit it with my drill brush, I agitate it, and then I wipe everything off with my microfiber towel. The microfiber basically lifts up all the trash from the seat that the fabric cleaner picked up. This method is called dry extraction, and it works just as good as wet extraction. However, there's less moisture that we have to worry about, so the seats will actually be ready sooner than if we used an extractor. And the parts that aren't really dirty, then all I do is spray my fabric cleaner, I agitate it with my steam, and then I can wipe it off because most of that is just surface level dirt and grime. So then I move down to the floor, and this is where I will basically repeat the same process that I did to the seats to the floor, but my focus on the floor is in the staining and in the areas that are not covered by the floor mats. So mainly the edges and also under the chairs, under the seats, in all those areas. And in the back, I don't forget to hit these higher parts that are caused by the wheel wells of the vehicle. I have to make sure that everything is nice and clean. So then I move on to the plastics. The plastics, I spray on my all-purpose cleaner. I agitate in the tricky areas with my brush. I will scrub down the main areas that are touched by with the hands with my scrub pad, and then I agitate it with the steam cleaner. After all of that, I basically wipe it off and it leaves the plastics looking brand new. So along with the door panels, we also clean all the plastics that protect the railings of the seats, the A-pillars. We clean beverage containers, we clean the air vents, we clean all the plastics in the vehicle to make sure that it looks nice and brand new. Then finally, after the cleaning part of the detail is done, we move on to the protection. So we use our plastic conditioner and we start dressing all the plastics of the vehicle, from the dashboard to beverage containers to the door panels to all the pillars of the vehicle. We dress everything and we make sure that it is nice and protected for 3 months. And last but not least, we do not forget to dress the floor mats as well. It gives it that little extra level of protection and makes it so much easier for us to clean the next time around. Then we move on to cleaning all the glass, and I'm showing you guys specifically this part near the windshield, near the driver's side, because that's the part where many people forget. The little screen that we have in the mid console, the little screen that we have for the odometer, this little screen, that the little mirror that we have, right, and of course the rear view mirrors. Those are a lot of places that many people forget to clean, so that's why I'm showing it to you guys. Then we basically vacuum up any trash that was introduced in the cleaning process. This is a really fast vacuum. We put all the floor mats back and the detail is done. Let me know what you guys think of the end results here. If you guys have any comments, questions, you guys can leave it down below. Or if you would like to get into contact with me, check my description. There's my website page and you can enter into contact with me.